It's late at night. You're flipping through channels when the screen fades to black. A single piano note, a child's face framed in shadow, big eyes, dust on her cheeks. A voice begins, "For just 50 cents a day, you can change her life forever." She stares into the camera like she knows you, like she's waiting for you to save her. You've seen this ad 100 times. You know every beat. The trembling voiceover, the slow zoom, the phone number flashing at the bottom of the screen. But this time, you don't reach for your wallet. You change the channel. Not because you've stopped caring, but because somewhere deep down, you're not sure it's going to help anymore. For decades, these commercials worked. They were simple: a problem, a solution, a hero, you. The message was clear. There's suffering. You can stop it. All it takes is money. And for a long time, people believed it. They sent in checks. They sponsored children. They joined telethons and fundraising drives. But now, the numbers are falling. In the US, only 52% of people say they trust nonprofits to do the right thing, a steep decline from just a few years ago. In the UK, the number of private donors has dropped by 15%, pushing Britain from one of the most generous nations in the world down to 22nd place. We still care about suffering. We just don't believe the middlemen anymore.
Now, we have a CBS News investigation into a charity for wounded veterans. What caught our attention is how the Wounded Warrior Project spends donations as compared to other long-respected charities. For example, the Disabled American Veterans Charitable Service Trust spends 96% of its budgets on vets. Fisher House devotes 91%. But according to public records reported by Charity Navigator, the Wounded Warrior Project spends just 60% on vets. Where's the rest of the money going?
Part of the problem is scandal fatigue. We've seen too many headlines. Wounded Warrior Project, once the pride of veteran charities, exposed for spending millions on luxury conferences, perks, and parties instead of frontline support. Aid groups caught faking photos, inflating numbers, or using emergency funds for executive bonuses. Even if only a small fraction of charities are guilty, the damage spreads. Psychologists call it the horns effect, when one bad example taints the entire category. So now, every time we see that TV ad, there's a whisper in our heads. Is this real, or just another performance? But scandals aren't the only reason we've turned away. The deeper reason is harder to admit. We've become tired. It's not that we don't care, it's that we're overwhelmed. When your rent is rising, your groceries cost more than they did last week, and every news alert is about fires, floods, wars, or another humanitarian crisis, that 50 cents a day starts to feel like a bucket of water on a burning city. Hopelessness doesn't announce itself. It creeps in quietly, and once it's there, generosity doesn't disappear. It just shuts down, waiting for a moment when it might feel useful again. Another problem? Charity started looking like a corporation. The heartfelt stories gave way to glossy marketing campaigns. The letters you got from your sponsored child became templated emails, signed with a generic "thank you." We started seeing charity CEOs with salaries that looked like Wall Street bonuses. And then there's the billionaire philanthropy problem. The one where a tech mogul donates $100 million to build a new concert hall, while preventable diseases still claim lives in silence. In 2024, only 0.18% of U.S. donations went to causes proven to save or improve lives most effectively. The rest? Vanity projects, cultural prestige, and feel-good causes that make donors look generous but change very little. People are starting to ask, is this charity or just branding? Here's the twist. Generosity isn't actually dying. It's just changing its shape. Look at crowdfunding. When a stranger's medical bill goes viral on GoFundMe, donations pour in, often faster than any official charity could mobilize. Mutual aid networks have popped up in neighborhoods and online communities, swapping groceries, rent money, and childcare without a single corporate logo in sight. And younger people? They're more likely to Venmo a struggling friend directly than write a check to a national organization. This new model has one rule: trust. And trust is personal, not institutional. But there's a risk here. As we pull back from traditional charities, the big safety nets are fraying. In the UK, Samaritans.
Attention passengers on platform 11. I'm sorry to announce that there's been a serious incident on the line. We know that there was one individual involved. She was 28-year-old Sarah Wilson. Sarah left a note before leaving her house because she had decided to take her own life. But I'm very pleased to tell you, she didn't go through with it because someone took the time to stop and talk to her. That was all it took to interrupt Sarah's suicidal thoughts. I know this because I am Sarah. I'm sharing my story today to spread an important message. That a little small talk can be all it takes to help start someone on a journey to recovery. So if you think someone might need help, trust your instincts. Stop and have a chat. Even a question about the weather can be enough. Or tell a member of staff. You could help save a life.
To be honest, that moved me. I got chills. But I have to do an ad, and here we go. It's my CRM. Please subscribe and try my CRM. I have 7-day free trial, and it's pretty cheap. Check it out.
Okay, today I send invoices, finish payroll, fix the Zoom link, and hire someone. Easy. Wait, where do I even do all that? Okay, Google Sheets? Nope. WhatsApp? Definitely not. Dropbox? Why did I name the folder Important Stuff Final 2?
I'm running a whole company with vibes. I need help.
Ankoya CRM. Tasks. Boom. Payroll. Done. Invoices. Sent. Zoom. Booked. I even hired my intern without crying.
Get it? Check it out. All in one CRM with all the modules. You can sign up and see everything with 1 minute and see all the modules as well. No long form to fill or other waste timer. Check it out. A crisis hotline that has saved countless lives announced it would close half its branches. Not because the need is gone, but because funding is. In the US, food banks are serving record numbers of people while facing empty shelves. When large charities collapse, so do the systems that help people we'll never meet, the ones whose stories never trend on social media. The truth is, as flawed as these institutions can be, replacing them isn't simple. And when they vanish, the most vulnerable disappear with them. Trust wasn't lost overnight. It was the annual reports, full of vague numbers, but no proof of impact. The processing fees that ate into donations without explanation. The urgent appeals that vanished without updates once the money was in. People don't need perfection. They need honesty. The charities surviving this trust crisis are the ones showing receipts, admitting mistakes, and letting donors see the actual chain reaction of their gift. So, can faith in charity be rebuilt? Maybe. But not with another glossy ad campaign. Not with another season of sentimental commercials telling us for just 50 cents a day. It's going to take transparency so radical, it feels uncomfortable. It's going to take humility from organizations used to speaking from pedestals. And it's going to take proving over and over that the money goes where they say it will, and that it actually matters.